Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hoofddorp, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, for what remains of Game 15 of round-robin play here at the 2018 WBSC Europe Super 6 tournament. As you well probably know, this game was interrupted yesterday due to inclement weather. I think we went into rain delay at around 8:30 or something. Or actually even earlier than that. I think it was 7:10. And then as the weather wasn't getting any better, the organizers decided to move the game to today. So we're going to be starting this game for the second time in a couple of moments. We'll be starting from the top of the second inning with one down, one runner on, but we'll get to that eventually. We'll see if the coaches decide to make any changes or not, but I would expect that we will continue as we started. That means with Voortman pitching to Osting, Van Dalen playing first, Van den Zanden second, Anneveld playing third, Onesha Franca the shortstop, and in the outfield it's Bears for Slice and Van Aalst. As you can see, the weather's gotten slightly better. I don't think there's been any rain in the past few hours. The diamond looks good as new. The local grounds crew did a terrific job getting everything ready for this game. As we're looking at the Dutch side, we're standing around third base and they will be ready to take the field in a couple of moments. The umpire is the same as last night. It will be Thomas Lornert umpiring behind the dish, Sabrina Fabrizi umpiring at first, and Frank Lottier will be the third base umpire. And the Czech team are still warming up a bit in right field. They'll go into the dugout in a bit. As we're looking at the starting defensive lineup, you can notice that it's got Andringa as the pitcher, but the designated player was Voortman, and the Dutch coaches decided to have her as the first pitcher in the game, and they'll have Andringa to go to if they need a reliever. They still have a couple of pitchers in their bullpen. The Czechs giving the start to Veronika Petskova, who gave up the first hit on the game to the very first batter in the bottom of first. Chantal for Slice hit one into left field, but then Van Aalst struck out swinging, and then two ground outs to end the first inning. So we'll be resuming play in the top of second, and the fans found their way back to the ballpark. There was a pretty good crowd last night. Fortunately, they were all sent home, or I think they went over to the baseball field to watch the game between the Netherlands and Spain. That game was suspended as well. I think it was about 9:30. It was about the time when we were leaving the ballpark. It started raining really heavily, and the organizers had to move that game to today as well. That baseball game will resume at 3 o'clock. So a couple of changes to the schedule. Looking at the rest of the schedule for the softball tournament for today, I mean, we'll be playing this game. It's now about 10:26. We'll be starting in a couple of moments. After this one at 1 o'clock, there's going to be the fifth place game. That's definitely going to feature Greece and Russia. Then the bronze medal game at 3:30 with Great Britain appearing in that game for certain, and then it might be any of the three teams, the Netherlands, Italy, and the Czech Republic. It all depends on the outcome of this game. The Czechs have gone through the tournament unbeaten so far. They got the opening day win against Italy. That was 3-2. On Wednesday, they defeated Russia by a score of 5-4. Then Greece 6-5. On Thursday, the Czechs beat Great Britain by a score of 2-0. And this is their last game of round-robin play. And indeed, it's Wortmann who is taking the warm-up pitches now. The left-handed pitcher. He's got pretty good rise ball, good curve, very good movement on those pitches. There's Eva Wortmann. As I mentioned yesterday, she has her own blog where she writes about her softball career, but she also has guest writers from all around Europe telling their stories. So if you want to find out more about softball in Europe, evawortmann.com is definitely the place to go. You can even read a bit about her experience of playing in Japan. And we are ready to resume. So the batter will be Lucia Halakutsova. The runner on first is Tsofalova, who reached on an error as the good throw to first baseman. The basewoman was dropped, and immediately after that, the game was suspended. And now Wortmann with the first pitch of the at-bat to Halakutsova. And a nice pitch sitting on the outside corner for called strike one. Mondi van Brunt, the third base coach, giving the sign to her batter. See Halakutsova, the most experienced player on the Czech team. Now another pitch, low and outside, missed the zone now, 1-1. And Halakutsova stepping back into the batter's box. Now Eva Wortmann with the 1-1 delivery. Another pitch outside, swung on and missed by Halakutsova. Halakutsova was on the team when the Czechs beat the Netherlands for the last time. That was in 2005. And another pitch outside, and chasing it was Halakutsova, so she goes down swinging, and that will bring up Michaela Regnarova, the catcher, number 59. So as I was saying, in 2005 at the European Championship in Prague, that was the last time the Czechs have defeated the Netherlands. It was on the 4th of August. The Czechs won by a score of 4-3. And Wortmann opens the count on Regnarova with pitch outside, swung on and missed by the Czech catcher. And this is Regnarova's first at-bat at the tournament. And that one is in the zone. Interesting movement on those pitches. They seem that they're about to rise or drop, and sometimes they just do nothing and go flat into the zone, which has fooled the batters a couple of times. Now the 0-2 to Regnarova. Wortmann with the delivery. And they go outside. 1-2. Count 1-2 on Regnarova. Wortmann with the pitch. Her rise ball missed upstairs. 2-2. Michaela Regnarova representing Ledenice. She was on the under-16 team, on the junior women's team. And this is her second year on the women's team. And another high rise ball from Wortmann. 3-2 the count now. So full count. Tsofalova, who's the runner on at first, will be taking off on the pitch with 2 down. And Wortmann ready to deliver the payoff pitch. And a good rise ball swung on and missed by Regnarova. So that concludes the top part of the second inning, in which the Czechs got a runner on an error by the first basewoman, but they left her stranded, and we'll be going to the bottom of second with Anneveld, Wortman, and Bears scheduled to bat for the Netherlands, as Veronika Petskova will be stepping into the pitcher's circle to take her warm-up pitches. Petskova celebrated her 21st birthday earlier this week during team dinner with the Czech side. Catching the warm-up pitches will be Sabina Borecka, who's the bullpen catcher in this game, if we could call it that. Quick look at the defensive lineup. It's Petskova to Kubicova, 53, so it's actually Petskova to Regnarova, 59. Furkova playing first, Yakashova second, Klimplova third, Kucherkova the shortstop, and in the outfield from left to right, Sofalova, Holokutsova, and Tomsnova. Quick look at the pitching numbers for Veronika Petskova going into the game. She had an ERA of 0.75 with 3 wins, no losses. She pitched 2 complete games. In total, 18 2/3 innings of work for her. She allowed 8 hits and struck out 36 batters for an opposing batting average of .139. Incredible numbers on the Czech hurler hailing from the small town of Ledenice in southern Bohemia. She won the Czech title with her side last year. She spent last winter in New Zealand. Also had 1 or 2 stints playing in Chinese Taipei. So a lot of international experience for this young pitcher. She already pitched for the women's national team at the European Championship in 2015. At that tournament, the Czechs were beaten by the Netherlands twice, one in 8 innings by 1 run. The Netherlands won by a score of 5-4. And then on the last day of the tournament, in the bronze medal game, the Netherlands won it by a score of 1-0. And the Netherlands eventually took silver as they were defeated by Italy, and the Czechs took bronze. Now the first pitch of the day for Petskova in the zone for a called strike 1. The pitcher is Virginia Anneveld, the third basewoman. Now the 0-1 from Petskova. Good curve outside, missed the zone, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike as Petskova looks at the coding table on her forearm, and the 1-1 hit on the ground, foul. So 1-2. Petskova won Junior Women's European Championship with the Czechs in 2014 in Rosmalen. They defeated the Netherlands by a score of 1-0, and that pitch is in the zone for a called strike 3. So Anneveld goes down looking, and that will bring up number 19, the designated player/pitcher, Eva Wortman, who's batting 3 for 7 for the tournament with 1 run batted in. She struck out once, and she was hit by a pitch as well. And Petskova ready to deliver the first offering of the at-bat to Wortman. And a slap hit. She did not hit the ball. 0-1. So batting left-handed. She also throws left-handed. They finished in 5th place at the championship in Rosmalen. And that rise ball is hit up in the air, foul, 0-1 for the Czechs. 3 players from today's lineup were at that Junior Women's European Championship in 2014. That's Petskova, naturally Tomsnova and Klimplova. And actually there's more, even Furkova and Kubitsova were on that team. It was a huge success 4 years ago for the Czechs, winning the Junior Championship. And Petskova went on to win bronze at the Senior Women's European Championship in 2015. Now a good pitch. Curve going back over the plate. 1-2, 2 down. So Petskova is ahead in the count. Now she's looking at her forearm. She sets and throws. And that one's hit outside. Another pitch away from the batter. 1-2. That's Sokolova, number 22, left fielder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 away, no runners on. And Petskova with a good drop ball that's fouled in the ground onto the umpire's foot, I think. And Petskova ready for another 1-2 delivery to Bears. And another pitch away from the batter, hit foul. So it seems that the Czechs are pitching outside to Brenda Bears, who's batting .429 for the tournament. That is 3 for 7 with 2 triples. And Petskova with another 1-2 pitch. And that rise ball all the way into the net behind home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Regnerova looking into the dugout now at the coding table on her wrist or forearm. And the 2-2 from Petskova. And they go outside once again, 3-2. So pretty good at bat by Brenda Bears, working the count to 3-2. She fouled a couple of pitches away. And now the payoff from Petskova. Here it comes. And again, hit softly on the ground. Foul. 3-2. That's a pretty long at bat for the number 7 batter in the Dutch lineup. We've got Cindy van den Zanden in the on-deck circle. And Onaisha Franca in the hole with 2 down here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And swung on and missed. That was a good pitch outside with a bit of a rise ball movement on it. So Brenda Bears goes down swinging. So after 2 complete, the game is scoreless. The Netherlands 1 hit and the Czechs nothing. We'll be back. Welcome back, folks, to Hoofddorp, the Netherlands. We're about to start the top part of the 3rd inning of Game 15 of round robin play here at the 2018 WBSC Europe Super 6 tournament. And back to the top of the batting order for the Czechs. It's Klimplova, Yakashova, and Kubitzova slated to bat in the top of the third inning. Klimplova grounded out to pitcher her first time up, batting left-handed. And Wortman with the pitch. And a rise ball hit up in the air, and under it in foul territory comes Van Dalen to make the catch. One away. Next up, Teresa Yakashova. Yakashova batting 5 for 11 for the tournament, that was before this game. She has a double and 1 run batted in. She struck out twice. She got on in the first at bat on a fielding error by a third basewoman. And the first pitch to her, going up and away from the batter, missed the zone. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch to Yakashova representing Yolders. She has won Czech League a couple of times. She's been on the Czech national team for a very long time, despite being quite young still. Now the 2-0 to Yakashova, and she swings at the high rise ball and hits it foul. Yakashova turned 30 this year, and she was on the senior women's team for the first time 10 years ago in 2008. She was also on the junior women's team for 2 seasons. Now the 2-1 from Wortman to Yakashova, and that's hit on the ground. And Yakashova reaches on an error once again. So for the first time in the game, Yakashova reaches first safely on an error, and that will bring up Teresa Kubitzova, who's batting 2 for 12 for the tournament, or that was before this game again. And it's still the same as she walked in her first at-bat of the game last night. 1 away, Yakashova, the batter. She's already stolen the base in this game, and now Kubitzova with a fly ball to right field, and Yakashova comes back to first. So Kubitzova is trying to be aggressive. She swung at the very first pitch and sent the fly ball into right field. Next up with 2 down, that is Ludmila Kucherkova, who struck out the first time up, struck out swinging. 2 away, Yakashova the runner on at first. And she swings at the first pitch outside. 0-1, and there she is, Ludmila Kucherkova. She plays for Podlaška, the Prague side. And a good pitch on the low, into the low and outside corner of the zone. 0-2, so getting ahead early is Eva Wortman. Yakashova still the runner on at first, 2 away. And Wortman with the 0-2 delivery. And a rise ball, laying off of it was Kucherkova. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 away. That pitch clocking in at 60 miles per hour. Pretty good speed coming in from Wortman. And the 1-2, low and away. 2-2 now. Wortman hailing from Utrecht. Now the 2-2 to Kucherkova, and another rise ball that missed the zone by a bit. That was a very good pitch from Wortman. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff, Yakasheva taking off, and Kucherkova goes down swinging. She worked the count to 3-2 and struck out. We'll be back.
About yourself, visible for the other person.
Wow, it was amazing. Learned a lot, especially from the experienced instructors.
If we want to make this sport better and more popular, we need to keep learning from each other.
I think we created international softball friendship.
You guys missed a lot. You missed fun, you missed softball, and fun again. So we'll be here next year. See you after the commercial break.
Welcome back to Hoofddorp, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Slated to bat for the Kingdom of the Netherlands will be Cindy van den Zanden, Onesha Franca, and then Chantal Versluys. And Petskova with the first delivery to van den Zanden. Missed the zone. Van der Zanden was part of the junior women's national team that won gold in Rosemont in 2012. Now the 1-0. That's hit up in the air, and calling the ball is Yakashova, and she makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. Next up, Onesha Franca. He played at the Junior Women's European Championship this year in Staranzano, Italy, as the Dutch side finish in the number 4 position. The Czechs took bronze. The 2 teams played each other twice at that tournament. First game was won by Holland by a score of 8-6, and then the bronze medal game on the 21st of July. The Czechs won it by a score of 12-8. Eliška Stejskalova was on that team. She went 4 for 4 in that game with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Now the count 0-2 on Onesha Franca. And a rise ball from Petskova missed upstairs, 1-2. And the 1-2 delivery from Petskova. And they're going to appeal. They're going to appeal to the 3rd base umpire. No swing, sets Frank Lautier. So the count now 2-2 with 1 away. With nobody on here in the bottom of 3rd. Petskova ready with the 2-2. And a good off-speed drop ball swung on and missed by Onesha Franca. So we're going back to the top of the batting order with Chantal Versluys, the center fielder. She's responsible for the lone hit of the game so far. She sent sharp liner to left field for the base hit in the bottom of 1st. This is Jana Furkova the first basewoman. And the first pitch to for Slice, missed inside. One and 0. Petskova gets the sign, breaks the code, and makes the pitch. And that curve missed the zone. 2-0 now on for Slice, who was batting 3 for 12 before the game, so now she's 4 for 13 with 2 doubles and a triple. 1 run batted in for the Dutch leadoff, and a good drop ball in the zone for strike 1. 2-1 with 2 away. No runners on. Bottom of third. Petskova ready with the pitch. And a rise ball hit up in the air and foul. 2-2 the count. 2 away. And Petskova will be ready to deal the 2-2 delivery to Chantal for Slice. And that drop ball is hit foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. And Petskova ready to throw. Set and the windup and the pitch. And that ball is curving away from the batter. She hits it on the ground to Yakashova. A weird, funny spin on the ball, I think, for Slice. Hit it with the end of her bat and sent the ball spinning. First it went towards the first basewoman, it seemed, but then as it hopped and spinned a bit, it went to Yakashova, and it was a slow roller. There's no way she could have gotten the out. And there's the throw, not in time. So 2 away. The runner taking off. Regnarova with the throw, not in time. The batter now is Jessie van Als. She struck out her first time. Chantal for Slice now with the stolen base. So clutch situation here for Jessie van Alst. He's batting 7 for 12 for the tournament with a double and 2 triples, 2 runs batted in, slugging percentage higher than 1. Now that pitch to Van Alst missed outside. 2-0. Jessie van Alst played for Florida State College in 2011 and 2012. Now the 2-0 to her, and that's hit on the ground, and I think it hit Regnarova on the foot or something. She's gonna shake it off and be ready to play. And the Czech coach Tomas Kusi stepping out of the dugout to talk to the catcher. And we're gonna have another look at the situation. Yeah, it hit her on the foot, even though it did hit the lower part of the shin guard. It can't have been a very pleasant feeling, not in this weather. So the count now 2-1 on Jessie van Alst. 2 away, a runner on second, and a good pitch to Van Alst from Petskova. She got the edge of the zone, so going from 2-0 to 2-2 is the Czech hurler. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Jessie van Alst in the batter's box. Chantal for Slice is the runner on at second, and that pitch outside will get the call from Thomas Lohnert as Van Alst goes down looking. So after 3 complete, the game is still scoreless. The Czech Republic nothing, the Netherlands nothing. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Hoofddorp, folks. We're looking into the stands. It's 11 o'clock here in Holland. A couple of people have already found their way into the ballpark as we're looking at a pop-up that was caught in foul territory by Yakashova. The first three batters for the top of the fourth inning for the Czech Republic are going to be Jana Furková, Eliška Tomsonová, and Julia Sofalova, the left fielder. Furková struck out her first time up. She was batting 4 for 5 before the game. So now it's 4 for 6. And Furková ready to see the first pitch from Wortman. And that low pitch will not get the strike call. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. It's in the zone. 1-1. Furková representing the Prague side of Yilders. She's originally from Brno. She started her career at the softball club in Dvůr Králové in 2007. Now she hits a grounder to third, picked up by Annefeld, and the throw to Van Dalen for the out. Good contact by Furková, putting the ball in play. Next up, Eliška Tomsonová, who was batting 4 for 10 before this game. She struck out swinging her first time up. And now Eva Wortman with the pitch. That low pitch outside will not get the call. 1-0. And Eva Wortman with another pitch of the at-bat to Tomsonová. Another low pitch. 2-0. One away. That's Julia Sofalova in the on-deck circle, and now Wortman with the 2-0. And that's hit into the 4-3 gap. And that will be the first base hit of the game for the Czech side. So good job by Tomsonová sending the ball the other way. As we're going to have another look at that. So 2-0 was the count and the base hit for Tomsonová. Next up, Julia Sofalova, who reached on an error. And now she hits one towards short, but Onesha Franka was moving towards second as I believe Tomsonová was taking off on the pitch. So a good hit and run situation, it seems. We'll see it from the replay, but Onesha Franka took one step towards second, it seemed to me, and then the ball was hit towards where she was originally standing. A good piece of hitting, so back-to-back singles for the Czechs. And Mondi Van Brunt and Wojciech Albrecht are going to talk to their players. But now their little conference is interrupted as Lucia Halakutsova will be ready to step into the batter's box for her second at-bat of the game and of today, actually, because she had the first at-bat when we were resuming play about 30 minutes ago. So a good start to the top part of the fourth inning for the Czechs, who put 2 runners on with 1 away. After Furková grounded out to third, Tomsonová with the single, Sofalova with another single. So 2 runners on, on second and first. Halakutsova was batting 2 for 13. and she struck out in the first at-bat of the game. And in what was the first at-bat of the game today, after the game went into rain delay. So Halakutsova, the veteran player who was on the team in 2005 when the Czechs last beat the Netherlands in 2005. And Wortman ready with the delivery, and bunt shown, and then Halakutsova was trying to push the ball forwards. She hit it up in the air, foul. So Wortman ready for the 0-1 with one down. And now the bunt to pitcher. Wortman picks it up. She looked at third for a moment, but she made the throw to first to get the out. I don't think there was anybody covering third. I mean, it would have been easier for Wortman, who's a southpaw, to make the throw to third. But she went the easy way out. Batting now, Michaela Regnarova with 2 down and 2 runners in scoring positions. And now she hits the first one foul down the right field line. So the Czechs being aggressive, swinging early in the count. Now this gentleman was hit by the foul ball. Regnarova ready for the 0-1. And what was going on here? I mean, there was no bunt shown, but the runner Eliška Thompsonova had it for home. The pickoff throw got her into a rundown situation, and she was tagged in front of home plate. And I believe that was gonna be a squeeze play situation. And Thompsonova was trying to slide home, but she was tagged out. So wondering whether that was a misread sign. I mean, Regnarova didn't really show bunt. I mean, we'll find out about that later. All that counts for the Netherlands is that they're out of the inning, so they get out of the jam after the Czechs put 2 runners on 2 back-to-back hits. That's Thompsonova save at second. Now the bunt from Halakutsova picked up, and the throw to first. And this is the last situation in that inning. So the game still scoreless. We're tied when it comes to hits. 2 hits for each side. 3 errors by the Dutch defense, but the Czechs did not capitalize on that. So we'll be going to the bottom of the 4th inning with Maxime van Dalen, Dinette Osting, and Virginia Anneveld slated to bat. Leading things off, Maxime van Dalen, the first baseman, who's batting left-handed. Van Dalen is going 5 for 11 before the game, so now 5 for 12. And she takes a swing at the first pitch and hits it foul. Van Dalen grounded out to second baseman in the first inning. Now Petskova with the 0-1. That one missed outside. 1-1. looking into the dugout. And then passing on the sign to Petskova. He throws one low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now Petskova with the 2-1 delivery, and that's hit into the gap between the second baseman and the first baseman. So that's base hit number 3 for the Netherlands. Good piece of hitting there by Maxine van Dalen. Next up, Dinette Osting. There she is, number 15, the catcher. She was batting 7 for 11. So 7 for 12 now, actually, with a triple and a home run. I guess that would have been an inside the park home run. So no out. The Duck side have their leadoff batter on at first. Petskova looking into the dugout at the table on her forearm. The set, the windup, and the throw. Bunt is shown, and Regnarova almost got it. She almost got it barehanded too. Now they're laughing it off with Petskova. That was a close play. And Osting 0-1 now. And definitely can be expected to try and bunt again with none away and their leadoff runner on. And another bunt hit foul. So 0-2. The count now. The Dutch side put a pinch runner in. It's Ries Luchtvoort. Pinch running now for Maxine van Dalen. And Petskova calls time. Steps back. So 0-2 on Dinette Osting. And that's hit to Petskova. The throw to second and to first. And Furkova got off the bag at first base, but a very good play by Petskova. The comeback to her. She turns around, makes the throw to Kucherkova for the forced out at second. The Czechs were trying to turn to, but the throw from Kucherkova not in time. So that's Osting with the grounder and Kucherkova with the forced out and the throw. Next up with 1 away, Virginia Anneveld. And a good curve in the zone for a call strike 1. That pitch was heading at the batter, and then it curved over the plate. No balls and 1 strike. 1 away, and Veronika Petskova ready with the 0-1 delivery. And that one's in the zone. 0-2. Good drop ball by Petskova. No balls and 2 strikes. Anneveld struck out her first time up. She was batting 6 for 8 going into the game, so 6 for 9. Now with a triple and a home run, 7 runs batted in. She's the RBI leader for her team. Now Petskova is going to ask for another ball. Oh, 1-2. 1 away. And that low pitch hit foul by Anneveld. So the count on Anneveld is still 0-2 with one away, and Petskova with the pitch. And a good off-speed pitch swung on and missed by Anneveld. So Anneveld goes down swinging, and that will bring up number 19, Eva Wortman. It's still Austing, the runner on at first. That was strikeout number 7 for Petskova. Or number 6, actually. Number 6 in the game. And Wortman taking a swing at the first pitch. And I think that Wortman was expecting Austing to steal here, because she took the swing just to fool the catcher, or pretty much to make it a bit more difficult for the catcher to make the throw to second. But Austing did not move. She's still out on at first. And now a passed ball will allow Austing to advance to second. 1-1 the count. As I said, it's 6 strikes already in the game, strikeouts already in the game for Petskova. With the 36 that she had before the game, that adds up to 42. Pretty sure she'll be a strikeout leader, as she usually is at European tournaments. She's a very dominant right-handed pitcher. And pitcher's duel actually underway here, as the 1-1 to Wortman is taken for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away on Eva Wortman. And Petskova getting ready for the 1-2 delivery. And pitch low and outside as Wortman took a couple of steps. That pitch clocking in at 67 miles per hour. Very good speed on the pitches coming in from Petskova. Very athletic and tall pitcher with long arms. You can definitely put the heat on the ball. Now the slap hit to Kucherkova, and the throw to Furkova in time for out number 3. Here's a very close play at first base. Good job by the Czechs getting out of the inning. So after 4 complete, we're still scoreless. We'll be back for the top of the 5th inning after this. Welcome back to Hoofddorp, folks. We are ready for the top part of the 5th inning of Game 15 of round-robin play at the 2018 WBSC Europe Super 6 tournament. After 4 innings, we're scoreless. This is Maxine van Dalen with a single to right field. Now it didn't Austing. She hit a grounder to pitcher, which Petskova picked up and threw to Ludmila Kucherkova for the forced at second. Now the pass ball that allowed Austing to advance to second, and then the grounder to short to end the inning. So, leading things off for the Czechs, Mikhaila Regnerova. She struck out in what was her first at-bat of the tournament. takes the first one in the zone for called strike one. Now Wortman with the 0-1. That one's hit foul. So the count 0-2 now. And Wortman with the delivery to Michaela Regnarova. And they go outside. Playing off of it was Regnarova. 1-2. And the pitch. And another pitch outside. Fouled into the netting by Regnarova. 1-2. Regnarova batting in the number 9 hole, so it's Klimplova in the on-deck circle and Yakashova in the hole. And now the pitch, a good pitch across the zone as Regnarova goes down looking. And that will bring up Veronika Klimplova, the third basewoman, player number 23. She was batting 5 for 11 going into the game. She hit a fly out and ground out in this game so far. And Wortman ready with the first pitch of the at-bat to Klimplova. They go inside, and Klimplova hits it foul. Oh and 1 with one away, no runner on. Klimplova was also on the junior women's team in 2014 that won gold medals in Rosmalen, and she lays off of that one. And Leonard with the appeal to Lautier, no swing the call. 1-1. Klimplova will be playing college softball in the U.S. Now the curve going away from her, hit foul. And she's gonna study university and play college ball in the U.S. I think for Chipola College in Florida. She got a stipend to study abroad, which will help her both as a player and obviously will be good for her life as well. Now she grounds one. That's picked up by Wortman, and the throw to first not in time, so an infield hit for Klimplova. Even though she swung at that, it looked pretty much like a bunt. Good hustle, and there she is, safe at first. Next up, Teresa Yakashova, who was batting 5 for 11 going into the game. She's reached base safely twice. Now the first pitch in the dirt, picked up by Austin. One away, and now Austin is gonna go talk to Wortman. Yakashova is gonna go talk to Van Brunt. Albrecht is gonna go join them. That's the gentleman in red parka, or whatever this article of clothing could be called. And we'll be ready to resume. Yakashova, she stole a base, batting .385 for the tournament. Batting left-handed. 1-0 the count on her, and Wortman with the pitch. Curve going away from Yakashova, missed the zone, 2-0. Second basewoman Yakashova, she can slap hit, she can bunt, she can drive the ball as well. Now the 2-0, and fouled away by Yakashova. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yakashova batting 0.420 in the Czech top competition with 7 doubles and 3 triples. Now Wortman with the 2-1. A rise ball hit foul. 2-2 the count. Yakashova struck out 3 times over 69 at bats in the Czech league. She scored 30 runs. She's got 14 runs batted in. And now Wortman with the 2-2 pitch. Another rise ball hit foul. A slap hit this time. She's gonna go for contact here rather than for power, with the count being 2-2. And Eva Wortman ready with another 2-2 delivery to Yakashova. And another rise ball hit foul. So the count's still 2-2. It's still Klimplova, the runner on at first. She reached on a single to the pitcher. And now the 2-2. And that's hit on the ground to Wortman. Picks it up, turns around, makes the throw to second. And then the throw to first, not in time. So the Dutch side get the forced out on at second. So that's the 3rd time Yakashova has reached base. She reached on 2 errors. And now the forced out, and that will bring up Teresa Kupitsova, who was batting 2 for 12 going into the game. She walked and stole a base in this one, and she takes a swing at the first pitch, a rise ball, and hits it foul. And that's the previous situation, the grounder to the pitcher. And they tried to go around the horn. They only got the one forced out on at second. Now the 0-1 to Kubitsova. And that one's in the zone. Looked like a low rise almost. 0-2 the count. Kubitsova, who plays for Kunovice, batting .330 in the Czech top competition. And now the 0-2 to her, laying off of. She laid off of that high rise ball. Very good upwards movement on the rise balls from Wortman. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch outside. And Wortman took a couple of steps towards the dugout in an attempt to show the umpire that she was certain that that one got a piece of the zone, but I think she knew quite well that the pitch was outside. So 2-2 now with 2 away, 1 runner on, and the pitch. And another rise ball swung on and not really missed, as that was a foul tip strikeout. So the Czechs got a runner on, left her stranded. And we'll be going to the bottom of the 5th inning with Brenda Bears, Cindy van der Zanden, and Onesha Franca. So the game's still scoreless before the bottom of the 5th inning. That is that infield hit by Veronika Klimplova, whose sister, also a ball player. She was on the junior national team with her. That's the forced out on at second. Let's have a look at Petskova's stats through 4 innings. She allowed 3 hits, struck out 6, 1 fly out, 5 ground outs. She has thrown 66 pitches so far. Wortman over 5 innings of work, also 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 flyouts and 2 ground outs. So leading things off, Brenda Bears, who struck out her first time up. Going into the game, she was batting 3 for 7 with 2 triples and 3 runs batted in for a slugging of 1.000. So the left-handed batter, Brenda Bears, already in the batter's box, ready to face Petskova for the second time in the game. And she hits one up the middle for a base hit. So wasting no time was Brenda Bears. She gets the 4th hit of the game for the Dutch side. That will bring up number 25, Cindy van der Zanden. She was batting 2 for 7 with 2 doubles going into the game. She's 0 for 1. And you can definitely expect her to bunt now. And she shows bunt and takes it back on the rise ball, and the appeal to the first base umpire. And the call is yes, she did swing, and it seemed to me like that as well. There was slight movement of the bat towards the ball before she pulled it, it seemed to me. Very close play. Yes, she went. The call by Sabrina Fabrizi. And now Petskova with the 0-1. That's hit foul, so 0-2. Seems the bunt will now be off the table, as it's definitely not easy to try and put a bunt into far territory off of a pitcher like Petskova. So 0-2. And Petskova, and a nice curve which missed outside. 62 miles per hour on that pitch. Speed information courtesy of Jacqueline Novak, who's part of the scouting staff. The runner's taking off. The throw to second. The ball will get all the way into the outfield, but the runner will stay on at second. The runner being Bears. So they did move the runner up even without bunting. The count 2-2 with none away. And you see the throw got away from Kucherkova. So a stolen base for Brenda Bears. 2-2 the count. Petskova with the pitch. And that's hit on the ground to short. And they get the out on at third. Good play by Kucherkova and Klimplova. The underhand toss to the third baseman and the tag. That's heads up fielding by the Czech shortstop. They take care of the leadoff runner. And that's the tag. And the out call courtesy of Frank Lautier. Good fielding there by the Czech side. Batting next, Onesha Franka. One away. The runner on at first is van der Zanden. And the call on that pitch is the batter went across. 0-1. Onesha Franka, who's still a junior player. I mentioned that she played at the Junior Women's European Championship in Staranzano, Italy earlier this year. The count on her 0-1. Going into the game, she was batting 2 for 8. Now she's batting 2 for 9. And the 0-1 delivery from Petskova. And the runner's going. And the throw from Regnarova. And another bad throw from Regnarova to second. There was no play on that one at all. Kucherkova couldn't get it, but a good job by Luciela Kutsova backing up the play. So the Dutch side again with a runner in scoring position on at second. It's Onesha Franka, the left-handed batter, in the batter's box, and Petskova gets ready for the 1-1 delivery. Now bunt shown, and that will be called a swing. 1-2. Onesha Franka batting in the number 9 hole. So it's Chantal for slice in the on-deck circle. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Petskova with the pitch. And that's hit foul as the ball falls out of the glove of the Czech catcher, Ragnarova. Otherwise that would have been a foul tip strikeout. So another 1-2 pitch coming up next from Veronika Petskova. And the pitch. They go low and away with that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can see it's overcast in Roosmalen, and it's not as windy as it was on some of the days here. Actually quite pleasant given what the weather was like yesterday. And now a good off-speed pitch into the middle of the zone, pretty much. A drop ball by Petskova, swung on and missed by Onesha Franka. So she goes down swinging, and back to the top of the order we go with Chantal for slice. This is a member of the TV crew at Playo.tv, enjoying the game during his time off. These guys have been doing a terrific job bringing you these games live. And now for slice takes a swing at the first pitch. 0-1. 2 for 2 so far in the game. Chantal for slice, she was 3 for 12, so 5 for 14 for a batting average of .357. And now Petskova with the 0-1 delivery. And that's hit up in the air, and that will be claimed by Kucherkova, and she makes the catch to retire the side. So the Dutch side got a couple of runners on. Good defense by the Czechs, especially that 6-5 play to get the out at third. That was a beauty to witness. So after 5 complete, we're still scoreless. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to Roosmalen, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, folks. We're about to start the top part of the 6th inning. Slated to bat for the Czech Republic are Ludmila Kucherkova, Jana Furkova, and Eliška Thompsonova. And that was the base hit by Brenda Beers. And this was a very good play. A very close play too, and another look at one of the members of the TV crew at Playo.tv. And the batter now is Adela Vaisova, who's pinch hitting for Kucherkova. 1-0 on Vaisova, and that pitch got the call low and outside for strike 1. So 1-1 on Adela Vaisova representing Joders. Vaisova batting 0 for 4. She takes a swing at the pitch low in the zone, strike 2. 1-2 on Vaisova, who's batting .373 in the Czech top division. Now 1-2, and that's hit the other way. Soft pop-up by Vaisova, caught in flight by Maxine van Dalen. 1 away. Next up, number 29, Jana Furkova. Furkova was batting 4 for 5 coming into the game. She's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, and she takes a swing at the first pitch. 0-1. So a very close game underway here at Pioneers Park in Roosmalen. Hoofddorp. We're in Hoofddorp, not Roosmalen. Now the 0-1 to Furkova. A rise ball. Laying off of it was the Czech first basewoman. 1-1. So Furkova with a strikeout and the ground out in this game. 1 away, no runners on. Rise ball missed upstairs. Laying off of it was Furkova. Now the 2-1. That's hit into the netting behind home plate. Foul ball. Furkova, a left-handed player. She plays first base. She can also pitch. She's a student who likes the movie Forrest Gump. Now she lays off of that pitch down in the dirt. Working the count all the way to 3-2 with 1 away here in the top part of the 6th inning. 3 hits in the game so far for the Czech side. And the payoff from Wortman, hit foul by Furkova. Three balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. And a rise ball missed upstairs. A good job by Furkova drawing the walk. Let's see if they put in a pinch runner. Nope. Batting next, Eliška Tomsnova with a strikeout and a single already in the game. And she was caught stealing. So coming in to pinch run, number 30, Aneta Prokopenkova. 1 away. Czechs have now have a runner on at first. That is her now. Aneta Prokopenkova, who plays for Joders, originally from the Storms, Prague side that's coached by Wojciech Albrecht. Word on the street is that they're going to merge with Radotin to create a bigger ball club. So Eliška Tomsnova representing the Eagles. And the first pitch to her, a rise ball. And Mondi van Brunt with the signs to his players. Tomsnova ready to see the 1-0 delivery from Wortman. And the bunt to first, picked up by Van Dalen, the tag applied. So a sac bunt will move the runner to second, and now Prokopenkova, unaware of how many out there were, she took a couple of steps away from second, going to the dugout. Fortunately for her and her team, nobody noticed that, so she's now the runner on at second, and Julia Tsofalova, Leonard, and out of the dugout comes the coach as well to talk to the umpire, and she's asking Thomas Leonard to come and to go and talk to her colleagues while he appeals to Sabrina Fabrizi. The call is no swing, so indeed that will be a hit by pitch. So Tsofalova on base for the third time in this game. And Lucia Halakutsova, who was batting 2 for 13, coming into the game. She's 0 for 1. She struck out. She also hit a sac bunt. And she's ready to face Eva Wortman. And the first pitch of the at-bat, a rise ball swung on and missed. So Halakutsova trying to be aggressive early in the count. Wortman turning to her rise ball to open the count. Now the 0-1. And another rise ball, even higher this time. Laying off of it was Halakutsova. So 1-1 the count. 2 runners on for the Czech side. It's Prokopenkova on at second and Tsofalova on at first. 2 away. This is the top part of the 6th inning. Game still scoreless. And Wortman with the delivery, and that missed low and away. And Mondi van Bren with the sign to his players, and Halakutsova will be ready to step back into the box with the count being 2-1. And Eva Wortman with the pitch. And that one's hit foul and into the netting, so 2-2 now. After Halakutsova fouled one away. Player number 6 playing for Ledenica. Now the 2-2, and that's hit on the ground, and that gets through the shortstop, and they will wave the runner in, and Aneta Prokopenkova, the pinch runner, scores the first run of the game, and then there was another bad throw, this time to first, and the ball got away, so the runners move up to second and third. So the Czechs score the first run of the game after Halakutsova sent a sharp grounder. Sharp grounder that got through the shortstop. So that will be an RBI for Halakutsova, even though the left fielder Brenda Bears bobbled the ball a little bit. So batting now is Regnarova, and the bunt by Regnarova sent to the first baseman, and that was an easy job for Maxime van Dalen. So in the top of the 6th inning, the Czechs score their first run, courtesy of a 2-out RBI single by Halakutsova, who hit the ball through the shortstop. And we'll be going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Slated to bat for the Netherlands are Jessie van Aalst, Maxime van Dalen, and Dinette Oosting. The Dutch side huddled up in front of their dugout for a pep talk. As Petskova takes her warm-up pitches. Catching her is Boretska, who seems unable to throw the ball overhand as she was throwing the ball back to Petskova underhand. I saw Sabina earlier and seen that she had injured her right hand somehow, which might be the reason why she's not in the game. And things are looking better now for the Czechs, but as the Dutch side are the home team for this game, they still have at least 2 turns at bat, because this is the bottom of the 6th inning, and the outfielders for the Czech Republic doing their pre-inning ritual. So all the replacements went back, I believe. And Pecková ready to pitch to Jessie. Van Aalst, she shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch missed the zone. 1-0. Now the 1-0. Missed outside, a curve coming in from Pecková. Van Aalst struck out twice in this game. Going into the game, she was batting 7 for 11 with a double and 2 triples. Now she's got a batting average of .538. And that one's right in there for called strike 1. So now the 2-1 delivery from Pecková, and that's driven into center or right center field. And Kutsova with the diving attempt and then a bad throw to second. This was totally unnecessary for the Czechs. They gave up an extra base to the batter. I mean, she got the first base on the hit. Kutsova trying to dive and catch it, but there was no chance, really. I mean, she dove and she only caught the ball after it bounced to her. So, coaching visit underway with Tomáš Kusi and Wojciech Albrecht is going to talk. We're going to talk to their fielders. So Van Aalst single to right center and then advanced to second on a bad throw. As we're looking at the play once again. Trying to dive for it, but the ball was too short. Batting next will be number 5, Maxine van Dalen, batting 1 for 2 today. She was going 5 for 11, so 6 for 13 now with a triple and a home run. The left-handed batter and the first basewoman, so the game-tying run now in scoring position on at second base with no out. So we can even expect Van Dalen to try and bunt here to get the runner to third. And Pecková with the pitch. Van Dalen shows bunt and she's beamed into her helmet. And she's lying on the ground. Hopefully the ball got only her helmet and not any part of her head or face. She is a bit shaken. She's taking the helmet off and tending to her is one of the physio guys, and she doesn't seem too good. They're gonna bring out a bottle of water. So that was a tough situation, and it got part of the helmet, but maybe even part of the side of her face. She's being inspected by their first aid guy, and we should be ready to resume in a bit. Thomas Leonard now checking the helmet. Seems unscathed. And Dalen still down on her knees, stretching her neck a little bit. Looks a bit shaken. Let's see, probably very pleasant situation now. Dutch first aid guy or physio guy is asking for another opinion, as one of the members of the medical crew also steps on the diamond. And now a round of applause for Maxime van Dalen, who's back on her feet again. She's asking for her helmet. Now her head coach is talking to her. And it seems that she wants to stay in the game. Maxime van Dalen, a junior European champion from 2012 from Roosmalen, where the Dutch side took gold. The Czechs finished in 5th spot there. Tomsnova and Petskova were there in 2012. I already mentioned 2014 situation was quite different, with the Czechs taking gold and the Dutch side finishing in the number 5 spots. In 2016, the Netherlands did not, or their junior women's team did not make an appearance, as they focused on the under-22 tournament, which they won. And this was the unsuccessful diving catch by Hala Kutsova, and then she was unaware of where the ball was, and you could see the reaction on Dinette Austing's face, and all players and coaches who are in the picture circle looking at Van Dalen, and she's gonna stay in the game. She looked a bit shaken. That'll definitely be a story for her to tell in a while. She was hit on the head by one of the hardest throwing pitchers around. So the Netherlands now have 2 runners on, so that's Van Aalst on at second and Van Dalen on at first. Batting will be Dinette Austing, the catcher, who was batting 7 for 11 before the game, 0-2 in this one, so 7 for 13 for a batting average of 538. And she shows bunt and pulls it back as the pitch curves away from the batter and away from the zone. So the Dutch side are definitely going to try and bunt the runners over to third and second, as could be expected, obviously. So now the 1-0 from Petskova and the double steal, and the runner is out at third after a collision, but Kucherkova held on to the ball after she applied the tag. A risky play from the Dutch side. Good throw from Regnerova to Kucherkova for the 2-6 caught stealing play. Van Dalen now the runner on at second as Petskova calls time. So instead of the bunt and 2 runners in scoring positions, the Dutch team now have 1 runner in scoring position on at second. The count 1-1 on Austing, and that one's in the zone for a called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes, 1 away, 1 runner on. Dinette Austing, who played for Crowder College in 2008 and 2009. Now the grounder to the pitcher. Petskova picks it up, and the runner is still on at second. She did not advance. And her coach is not very happy about that. She should have definitely, she should definitely have gone for third. And it seems Van Dalen will be taken out of the game eventually. I think they're gonna put in a pinch runner who will probably stay in the game to play first. They have a couple of possibilities. Laura Vissing, maybe number 47. She's a catcher, so I'm sure she could play first. Karin Tuk, pretty much the same story. We'll see who will come out of the dugout, and it's number 2, Feline Pot. She's an infielder. They might shift the infield around a bit, or maybe just put Pot in as the pinch runner, because this is an important part of the game and they definitely need a fast runner. And there's been a lot of changes in the infield, in defense for the Dutch side. We're going to introduce them to you eventually in the top of the 7th inning. But now let's focus on what's going on here. Batting now will be number 17, Virginia Anneveld, who struck out twice today. And she takes the first pitch low and inside for a ball. Good off-speed drop ball by Petskova. Anneveld was batting 6 for 8, so she's now 6 for 10 for a batting average of 600. Now the 1-0 hit foul. One and one. The count now with 2 away. Petskova gets the sign, figures out what it means, and she's ready for the 1-1 delivery. And another pitch inside and low as Anneveld checked her swing. 2 balls and 1 strike. A very important moment of the game, with the Czechs leading by 1 run. The game-tying runner is now on at second, and the pitch, and that's hit up in the air into center field, and under it comes Hala Kutsova to make the catch. Wasn't easy, but it's not as windy as it used to be here. So after 6 complete, the Czechs are up by 1 run, and we'll be back for inning number 7 after this.
Change something about yourself visible for the other person.
Well, it was amazing. Learned a lot, especially from the experienced instructors.
If we want to make this sport better and more popular, we need to keep learning from each other.
I think we created international softball friendship.
You guys missed a lot. You missed fun, you missed softball, and fun again. So be here next year. See you after the commercial break.
And Eva Wortman ready with the first pitch of the at-bat. And Klimpova sends it up in the air into deep right field, and that will fall in and roll all the way to the fence, and they will wave her in. Well, that was a risky play. I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, Mondi van Brand was trying to be aggressive to send her in. So a triple for Klimplova, who's tagged out in front of home plate. Good play by the Dutch defense. Batting now, Tereza Yakashova, and Wortman with the pitch, and the bunt by Yakashova, and she'll be saved. Good hustle by the Czech second basewoman. Who is now the runner on at first. She's talking to Wojciech Albrecht, her coach. Next batter, Tereza Kubicova. So the Czechs taking the lead here when it comes to hits. 6 hits for the Czech side. Now the first pitch to Kubicova, missed downstairs. Let's have a look at the defensive changes for the Dutch side. So it's Feline Port now playing shortstop. Onesha Franca, the second baseman. Jessie van Aalst is playing first. And a liner back to Wortman and a double play. Good contact by Tereza Kubicova. But right at Wortman, who makes the catch, and then the routine throw to first to turn 2. So the Czechs were pretty close to scoring run number 2 in the game. Klimplova tripled to left field. She was waved in by Mondi van Brunt. I still kind of believe you should have held her on at third with none away, and Yakashova in the batter's box. They would have scored that run, I'm pretty sure. At least they would have put some pressure on the Dutch defense. That ball was hit pretty well by Klimplova. She sent it almost all the way to the warning track. I've mentioned it earlier in our broadcasts that this is a very deep field. It's 76 meters from home plate to the fence. So many of the balls that get all the way to the fence may result in an infield inside the park home run. So the first 3 batters in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Dutch side will be Eva Wortman, Brenda Beers, and Cindy van der Zanden. And things are looking actually pretty good for the Czechs, as they are up by 1 run. And it's not likely that they will get more than 2 runs scored against, even if the Dutch side push through here and turn the game around, and that should mean that the Czechs will be playing the gold medal game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now the first pitch to Wortman gets the call, much to the dismay of Wortman. She didn't think that pitch was in the zone. Now the 0-1 from Petskova. 1-1. No out. Wortman 0 for 2 in the game. And swing and a miss on that slap hit attempt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Eva Wortman, who was batting 3 for 7 going into the game. So it's 3 for 9 for the Dutch southpaw hurler. And now the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. So Eva Wortman goes down swinging for out number 1 in the bottom part of the 7th inning. Next up, number 21, Brenda Beers. She already has a hit in the game, so she's batting 1 for 2 today. She struck out and she stole a base. She's batting .444 for the tournament, and she's ready to face Petskova for the 3rd time today. And Petskova with the opening pitch of the at-bat, and that one missed outside. 1-0. Now Petskova ready for the 1-0 delivery to Brenda Bears. A good rise ball swung on and missed by Bears. Good speed on that pitch coming in from Petskova. She's still got the heat going for her. Now the 1-1 to Brenda Bears. And now that's hit on the ground to Yakashova, who picks it up and makes the throw to Furkova for out number 2. Next up, number 25, Cindy van der Zanden, the right fielder. Van der Zanden, she started the game playing second base. Now she's in the right field. 0 for 2 in the game with a fly out and a ground out, and it seems they're gonna coach for. The coach is gonna call for a pinch hitter. It seems. And yes, as expected, it will be number 6, Karin Tuk. So 2 away, no runners on. Karin Tuk stepping into the batter's box. She's batting 1 for 6 for the tournament. Very experienced player. Karin Tuk, she's been part of the national team for some time. And first pitch to her in the zone for a called strike 1. Now the 0-1 coming up next from Petskova. She gets the sign, deciphers it, and makes the throw. And good off-speed pitch by Petskova. Swing and a miss by Karin Tuk, who came in to pinch hit for the Dutch side. 0-2 the count now. 2 away, and Petskova with the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the Czechs have gone unbeaten through round robin play here at the 2018 WBSC Europe Super 6 tournament. They have beaten the strong Dutch team for the first time since 2005. 13 long years the Czechs have been waiting for this moment, and here it comes. So they defeat the Kingdom of the Netherlands by the narrowest of margins, by a score of 1-0, and they will be playing the gold medal game at 6 o'clock today. Let's have a look at the stats for the game. So the Dutch side are going to be playing the bronze medal game, and the Czechs are going to face Italy for the gold. This was the liner to the pitcher. So before we finish our broadcast, let's have a look at the pitching stats for Petskova. He picked up the win, 7 innings of work. She gave up 5 hits, struck out 9. She hit 1 batter by pitch. That was Van Dalen. Hopefully she'll be all right. She threw 103 pitches, and the loss will be awarded to Voortman. He pitched 7 innings, around 1 run unearned on 6 hits. She struck out 8, walked 2. The lone run of the game scored by Prokopenkova, who came into pinch run for Kova. The RBI was not awarded to anyone as the ball was bobbled a little bit in left field. So the Czechs have gone through the tournament unbeaten, and they have 1 more game scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, the grand final against Team Italy. The next game coming up is the 5th place game. That will be Greece against Russia, scheduled to start in about 46 minutes at 1 o'clock. We'll be ready with the broadcast in about 40 minutes. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
už tam budu čekat, jo? Jdeme tady pořád tímto směrem.